Hello and welcome to the Brinsby podcast. That is the cringiest thing I have ever said in my whole entire life. Who the fuck do I think I am? I don't know. This is new. This is new for me. I do like to talk, however, it usually takes us about 25 cuts in between recordings to actually put out general sentences. There we go. Sentences. Reason being, I'm a bit dyslexic. I've never wore it as a fucking label, like, do you know what I mean? I've never tattooed it across my forehead and wore it as some sort of pride brigade. Reason being is because it doesn't change you. You're not fucking different. You just have to work differently, a little bit harder. Things change a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Maybe sometimes when you speak very fast, you kind of get the sentences out. Exhibit A. So don't wear it as a fucking label. There's a little bit of dust there. Fuck off. Now then, reason being I've started this pod, let's not do that. Why am I sitting there? I've done it for clout, mate. That's why I've done it. I thought, nowadays I'm seeing all these fucking dweebs making a shit ton of money talking stuff online. And I can talk better than them. I've got better things to talk about. That's why I've done it. Literal clout. This is not going well. So, I thought we'd start off a little bit narcissistically. And we can talk about who I am. Why did I start my fitness journey? Why the fuck would I endeavour on posting videos on social media for other people to comment, ridicule, like, share, show to the weird Uncle Tony? It's a fucking strange question. It's something that needs answered. But 1 second, we're going to have a sponsor. We're not having a sponsor break. I'm going to puff on my flavour battery for a second, please, okay? Ussa. Calm. Oh, it's a little bit dusty in this room. It sent me hay fever off. Fuck me. So, a little bit of a backstory. When I was younger, I was a skinny little fuck. Like most people, I was the typical quote-unquote hard gainer. Now wrong with that, but that's what I was. So going through school, I was the skinny kid. Know what I mean? I remember one time, I was sitting in English, and some dweeb put his full hand, as if he was fucking grabbing on some sort of girthy, whatchamacallit, around me bicep, and went, fucking hell, look at that. I can put my hand around your bicep. Haha, seen him in the gym 2 months ago. Skinny little prick. Sorry, I take that back. Not really. So that was probably my main push. Me father, me old daddy. I've literally just said daddy. I didn't mean to say it. That's the fart. It's going to have to crop through. Why the fuck have I just said that? It was meant to be a joke. It came out fucking weird as it. So my father, anyways, he's big in the gym. He always has been. When I was younger, he was a lot bigger. Now, he's 50 odd. And he's in decent nick for a 50 odd year old. Don't get me wrong. So he created as a program a lot of dumbbell and barbell work, which obviously isn't very optimal. Sorry. 1 second. Let me just puff on the flavour battery. And that was my first sort of interaction with said gym. Now, what I did wrong, and what probably a lot of people have done wrong, can you remember back in the days when you would get your dinner money on a Monday? You'd get a tenner on a Monday, and there you go, there's your dinner money for the week. And you'd go to the shop on the way down to school, and you would spend that full fucking tenner in one go. You'd get the isotonics, the 50 pence bars of chocolate, fucking pack of Haribos. If you're really fucking good at it, you'd get one of the fizzy Lucasades. Fuck me, if you got one of them. Whew, making money. So I did that, and then the rest of the week I lived off fucking ready salted Chris and the back ends of a loaf of bread that I could get at the cupboards, because I didn't want to tell my ma and dad that I'd spent the dinner money on a Monday when it was meant to last us all week. In fucking inflation, my little sister now gets fucking 40 quid a week for school. 40 quid a week? Fuck you need 40 quid a week for? Flavoured batteries are only $5.99. I digress. I go off on a tangent. So pulling it back, that's when I started. And then I became obsessed with the Guzman, David Laird, Rob Lipsett a little bit, but not so much. Joe Delaney, Shred Bundy. No one can remember them days. I can. And that's the route I went down. Then went to a PR gym, trained me little heart out, started eating better. I say eating better. I tried a copy of David Laird. The one difference between me and David Laird is I am not David fucking Laird. So when David Laird's on there drinking cartons of double cream and still maintains a solid set of abs and grows muscle, young me, comes and does that, oh, and just turns into a fat cunt. I blew the fuck up. I was very unhealthy. I had love handles. Our lass used to call them shelves. I used to take my top off. She'd go, oh, look at the shelves. Fucking, you could put a plant pot on them, mate. You know what I mean? Not ideal. Then, that time when everyone got asked to stay in the house hit, and I discovered Thomas Moore, aka TM Cycles, Joe Brightman, Josh Bridgman, that group of people. And they sort of opened my eyes to the anabolic side of things, I'm not going to lie. I hate to say they were the one that got us onto it, but you know, you fuckers got us onto it. And then I started dabbling in all of that. And here we are now, years later, two tiny clems left. Not ideal. Do you know what I mean? Blood pressure through the roof. I'm joking. We get that chip. No, I'm not fucking hell. I've came to the end of a blast, so we're now on a cruise, so we're calming things down. A little bit of a diet clean-up, which leads me on to it perfectly. So currently, right now, the bulk gaining phase, growth phase, fucking optimal training period of optimizational muscle recruitment, whatever you fucking dweebs want to call it, has came to an end. And we're now starting to progress into a mini cut. Now, this mini cut for me will last about 6 to 8 weeks, depending on what Dan, my coach, sort of says and suggests. But no, my body, I'm guessing it's going to be about 6 to 8 weeks. We currently sat at about we were at the beginning of this, we're sat at 220 pounds. I went a bit berserk over the weekend and put a canny bit of weight on. So I think Monday, was sat at 222 pounds, which probably isn't a true weight. There was just a lot of food in the gut. And now today, this morning, waking up, I was 215 pounds. So you can see there was a lot of weight lost there. Obviously, that's not real weight. That's just gut, bit of water, bit of glycogen, etc., etc. So what I am doing during this mini cut is I'm dropping down to a sports TRT. Now, what that's going to include is a bit of test and a little bit of master on as well. Is it healthy? Is it fuck? No. But that's what we are doing. We've also still got insulin in there at the minute, and that will most likely be titrated down as and when we need to. So that is what I am trying to do. And maybe the weight, probably 195 to 200 pounds. And at that point, hopefully we're in a position where we're resensitized to food, and we've got the ability to start then pushing weight back up. So that is basically where I am at to fucking day. It feels very strange doing a podcast, not gonna lie, just talking off the cuff, talking about the first thing that comes to me fucking head, which sometimes probably can't be shared. Do you know what I mean? Because at the minute we live in a society where you're not allowed to say the truth, because if you say the truth, your truth. Your truth. If you say something that is just common sense or public knowledge or what everyone 10, 15 years tend to understand and believe in as the truth. If you say something like that now, oh fucking hell, you're never getting a job for the rest of your life, mate. You might as well lock yourself away in some faraway castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon and wait for some green bloke to wait for some green there to come and save you. You can't you can't just judge, you've got to ask first. Do you know what I mean? You can't just presume. We can't presume that a Shrek-looking character is a male. We've got to presume that Shrek is a they until they say otherwise, because we're never now. And at that point, you know, we could be going down some sort of hate crime if we just presume. So let's not presume, people. I should have asked everyone what the pronouns were before we started this podcast, but I didn't, so I do very much apologise for that. In future, I will do. And I think that is something that is just wrong. Not wrong. What's the right word? I'm open for conversations with people who have different opinions and different point of views, but that's a difference, isn't it? I'm open to those conversations, but if you have alternative views, and that's often what you find with people who have the alternative views to the quote-unquote traditional/normal view. Not normal, traditional/general view is that they tend to not want to have a conversation. And they just want to slam you down and say, you don't know what you're talking about. We've moved on in the last 6 months. Stop it. Of course, that bloke can go use the women's toilets or go to jail in a women's jail. Of course he can. Fucking dweebs. Anyways. we don't really know what we're going to talk about throughout this whole thing. As you can tell, this is the first one. Not a lot of structure going on in this podcast. I feel like I've said stuff in this that's probably going to have to get cancelled. Do you know what I mean? So, in the comments or anywhere, wherever you like to write things, please discuss. Tell me what you want me to talk about. I can talk about the gym. I can talk about life. I can talk about what is going on in the world currently. I can talk about all of it. You just let me know. We can get people on. Maybe it might have to be like on camera or fucking FaceTime or something, because unless they want to sit on the washing basket or sit inside the cupboard, there's not a lot of space in here. Do you know what I mean? This has been episode 1 of Bryn Chats Absolute Shite to a Camera Phone with more ring lights than someone's fucking, I don't know, someone who's got an obsession with ring lights. If you enjoy my face and you want to see more, smash follow, depending on what platform it is. That may be subscribe, and we can crack on as friends. In a bit, bye-bye.